Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across this face, or if this is your first time on this channel, you are most welcome. My name is Joecy. I'm a Cameroonian based in the UK. I'm a food, family and lifestyle vlogger, and I chat about very relatable topics like this one that I am going to be talking about today. If these are some of the things you are interested in, or if you like what you see, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to like this video before you continue watching. Thank you so much as you do. Today's video is for my single friends in the house. If you are single, or you know someone who is single or who has just started dating and they've not yet gotten far into the relationship, this video might just be for them. I would recommend that you share with your single friends or your friends who have just started dating, and I'm very sure they will find value in what I am about to share with you today. So please share this video with anybody that you think might need it, and I will so much appreciate you for that. I understand that we all have our expectations, ideas, theories and fantasies about how relationships should look, feel and progress. That is what makes defining the relationship from the very beginning very important. If we never have that talk from the very beginning, we might end up having two different relationships in one relationship. These two relationships would be the one that we think we are having and the one that our partner thinks we are having. So because of this, I have compiled 12 important questions that you need to ask your potential partner before you consider getting further into the relationship. Question number 1, do you want kids? Yes, this should be asked early enough in the relationship. Whether or not your partner wants kids might be a deal breaker if both of you do not have this conversation early enough in the relationship. Do not waste your time on somebody who does not want what you want, because they are not likely to change their mind in the near future. It's very important to find out early enough so that you don't have to argue about that later in the relationship. And if they tell you that they want kids and you want kids as well, how many kids they want is also very important to know, so that both of you are in agreement before you decide to go further with your relationship. Question number 2, you need to ask them what their priorities are. I do not need to spell this out to you, but if you are not one of their priorities, don't even waste your time. You, family, friends, a career, a dream, those are all great priorities. Most importantly, you have to see if their priorities line up with your own. If not, then girl, do not waste your time. Question number 3, you need to ask him if independent women scare him. Sometimes it's hard to see how independent you are unless you have been together with somebody for a few months. So it's important to ask him now if your independent nature could scare him off. This kind of goes hand in hand with respecting women. So if he is scared of independent women, that is a red flag. You need to ask these questions early enough in the relationship. His response is what is going to guide you, and it's going to help you decide whether you really want to date this person or not. Question number 4 that I think is very important that you find answers to early enough in that relationship is if his parents, his siblings or his friends are going to be a problem. Usually this isn't a question that you think about until a parent, a sibling or a friend starts causing problems. Should you not know whether the person you are dating is going to stand up for you in case of a problem with their parents or a sibling or a friend? If their mom, their sibling or their best friend hates you, is he going to stay with you or is he going to leave? These are things that you need to know from the beginning so that you guide yourself against future regrets. So ask that question during the first or second date with your potential partner. Question number 5 that I think is very important, you need to ask them if they want a future with you together. Nothing pisses me off more than dating somebody only to find out later in the relationship that they wanted nothing more than a casual relationship with you. Being together for a year or two is no guarantee that the person you are with wants a future with you, so it is worth clarifying from the very beginning. I'm very sure that before a man approaches you, he already knows what he wants from the very beginning. So find out so that you do not waste your time. If he wants a casual relationship while you want a committed, serious, long-term relationship, this question is going to guide you to decide if you really want to waste your time dating someone casually or not. So clarify these things from the very beginning by asking him those questions. Question number 6. You need to ask him, when was his last relationship and how did it end? Yes, I know that this is an awkward question, and sometimes we avoid asking it not because we do not want to hear their story, but because we do not want to tell our own story. But it is a very vital question. Finding out that they just broke up with someone a month or two ago can help you understand that this might just be a rebound for them. The things they say, their facial expressions, or their tone of voice can give you clues that maybe they still want to get with their ex, or maybe their ex still wants to get back with them. Finding out how it ended is also important. Did someone cheat? Was it sudden or explosive? Or was it a final breath of a slowly dying relationship? This will help you know if there might be trust issues or if they are still friends with their ex. This is all information that will help you decide whether you really want to commit to this person or not. So please ask them when their last relationship was and how it ended. These are things that you need to know. Question number 7, you need to ask them if they have ever cheated on someone. This is another awkward question, and if you really like the person, you might hesitate asking them because their response might actually be a deal breaker for you. But trust me, you need to ask. Some people do believe the adage that goes, once a cheater, always a cheater, while others believe that someone might have cheated in the past but can learn from it and never repeat their mistakes again. You have to decide which one you believe, but whichever one you believe, knowing whether or not they have ever cheated really does matter. It's not just about hearing a confession, it is the way they respond to that particular question. If they admit to cheating and talk with pride about all the affairs that they have gotten away with, you will know that you have to run very far and fast. But if they admit to having had an affair once and tell you with real remorse how it devastated their partner, ruined their life, and they will never make that mistake again, that may be a good sign. And if they try to avoid the question entirely or get upset with the fact that you asked that particular question, that should be a red flag, and this should make you question all the other things that they have been telling you. As awkward as it may sound, ask this question so that you don't waste your time dating this person and later on regretting. Question number 8. Ask them that how important is sex to them. Ask this question because differences in sex drive and sexual preferences can actually tear a relationship apart. It's not a comfortable question to ask, I know, but it is very necessary. Ask them how important it is, how often they have to have it, and what things they would never do when it comes to sex. Ask them because you need to know in order to evaluate with your own self. I know of relationships that have crumbled today just because either the man's sexual drive is higher than that of the woman, or the woman's sexual drive is higher than that of the man, and both of them cannot find a middle ground. So ask these questions so that you know if this is something that you can cope with or not. Question number 9. Ask him what are his religious and political views. If you can't agree on religion and politics, then the relationship is probably doomed anyways. Anyone who is too passionate about either of these two is never going to agree to disagree. So you need to know these things early enough in the relationship so that you decide whether it is something that you can cope with or not. Question number 10, ask him what he wants from his own life. Do you really want to date a man child? You are a grown woman who has better things to do than raising the guy you are dating. Ask him about his goals, his dreams, and how he plans to achieve those goals. This is a good way to see if this person is a hot mess or he actually has his life together. Ask him those questions because you need to know if this is a responsible man who has goals and dreams and a concrete plan in order to achieve those goals. You need to know because you need to focus on achieving your own individual goals and jointly achieving goals as a couple instead of focusing on him or helping him to be a man that he is supposed to be as an individual before even looking out for any sort of relationship with any woman. Question number 11, very important. In fact, I love this question, and this is something that most people never ask. Ask him what is his financial situation. The worst thing that can happen to you is get into a relationship with somebody and eventually get married to them only to find out that they have a huge amount of debts in their name, and you both will work instead of building something together as a couple for your children and for the family. You are busy paying debts that he might have accumulated when both of you were not even together. I understand that no one really wants to ask or be asked this particular question. After all, if both of you are looking at a future together, it is very important to know if you can financially support each other and eventually buy things like a house or whatever property that you both want to invest in future as a couple. So ask this question. You can hold on with this particular question for a little bit, but once you guys start getting serious, then you need to know so that you know exactly what you are getting into. And it's very important that you get an honest answer from this man. If he has debts and it's something that you want to help him with, fine. But it is worse to get into that marriage and find out that this man has huge debts, and you as his wife, you need to jointly pay those debts. Ask these questions and have clear answers so that you will know exactly what you are getting into. Question number 12, which is the last question that I am going to be sharing with you today. You need to ask him what quality is he most attracted to in a partner. There is love and then there is lust, and these two are very easy to confuse. Is he attracted to the heart, character, intelligence? Attraction to those kinds of things can indicate a potential for love and a future. If the only thing that he is attracted to is your physical appearance, then it is a good sign that it is just lust. And if it is just lust, committing to a relationship with this person has the potential of making both of you miserable in the future, unless you are both clear on what you want from the relationship. So ask him what is it that attracts him the most in a partner. Guys, you really do not have to ask your potential partner all these questions in one day. You can ask him on different days as you both are getting to know each other early in the relationship. Some of these questions may be super uncomfortable, but no topic should be off limits to discuss openly and honestly if you want to build something concrete with your potential partner. I hope these tips helped you, and if it did help you, share it with someone that you think might need these tips. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it and comment. Subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.